Have you noticed complacency around COVID safety creeping in? Well, sadly, I have over the last couple of weeks. On two separate occasions, I've heard shop owners tell customers not to bother about signing in. Would you believe? So there goes the integrity of our contract tracing processes. Hi there, I'm Jackie Strawn from HR Tactics, and in today's short video, and as part of October being Safe Work Month across Australia, I want to go right back. To the basics and walk you through the 4 simple steps. They are simple, that are involved in assessing the risks in your business. And in the hope that it's going to prompt you, if you need prompting, to spark up your diligence around COVID safety and really remain vigilant until we get a vaccine where we can all breathe a sigh of relief. So, due to coronavirus, your workplace is possibly and hopefully the safest and healthiest it's possibly ever been. I know that it's not just happened by chance or by guesswork. We've all had to put in a lot of hard work and a lot of long hours thinking about what could go wrong at our workplaces and what the consequences of those things going wrong could actually be. So, as I said, it's National Safe Work Month. It's really timely to remind you that as a business owner, the buck stops with you. And yes, that also applies when you have contractors. So you hold the risk, and if when things go wrong, and if they do, the price you pay, it's not only going to be financial. So that's my tip for today. Remember, the buck stops with you. So here are the 4 simple steps that you need to follow to conduct that risk assessment in your business. And these steps haven't changed from what they were prior to coronavirus. Under the workplace health and safety legislation, this is the process all business owners have always been required to follow by law. So step 1, you need to identify the hazards. Find out what could cause harm. A great way to do this is by working through your COVID Safe consultation tool for workplaces. It's free and it's on our website under our resources page. It's one of the free resources we've developed and we've made it available months ago in our COVID-19 Workplace Ready Toolkit. To find that, you can just type into Google HR Tactics COVID and it will come up. So don't forget here that workplaces have faced new work health and safety risks associated with things like isolated work, mental health, working from home, managing staff and workloads remotely, and the ongoing risk management of exposure to COVID-19. So the landscape has obviously changed a lot when it comes to identifying the hazards. Step 2 is assess the risks. This is about understanding the nature of the harm that could be caused by the hazards that you've just identified and working out how serious the harm could be and the likelihood of it happening. Step 3 is to control those risks. Under the legislation, you must do whatever you can. In other words, under the legislation, it's what's reasonably practicable to eliminate or minimise the health and safety risks arising in your business. So again, check out the free resources in our COVID-19 Workplace Ready Toolkit. Just type in HR Tactics COVID into Google and it will come up. And there are some posters there, amongst other things that you'll find useful. Step 4, the final step here, is to review the hazards and control measures. And that's about ensuring that they're actually still working as planned and that they're remaining effective over time. So my key tip here as I come to the close of this video is consultation. Consultation with workers and any health and safety representatives in your business, it's actually a legal requirement at each of these 4 steps. So the reason for that is that by drawing on the experience and knowledge and ideas of your workers, you're essentially more likely to identify all the hazards and choose more effective control measures rather than if you just sat there and did all this yourself. So gather up 2 or more staff, talk through these 4 steps and document what you come up with. And to do this, you can use, you might have a risk register. That's where you would document this sort of stuff. But if you don't have a risk register yourself, you can go onto the Safe Work Australia website, and they have a risk register you can use there. But if you can also find that by Googling template, an example COVID-19 risk register, any keywords like that. But I'll also post the direct link to the risk register in the transcript of this video. Finally, all I want to do is run through a few dot points around when must you undertake a COVID-19 risk assessment in your business. This is where your business either changes your work practices or procedures or the work environment. It's when the business recommences operations following a shutdown. It's when the business increases operations, maybe following a period of really reduced operations. It's when the business introduces workers back into the workplace following a period of stand down, or maybe they've been working from home. It is when the business is responding to workplace incidents. So when there is an incident, you need to go through that process. And remember, that includes where a worker has tested positive to COVID-19. And the last point I'll make there, it is when the business is responding to concerns raised by workers, health and safety representatives, or others at the workplace, which might include customers. So if a concern has been raised, then you need to jump back to the beginning and look at those 4 steps, going through them and documenting on your risk register what the hazards that you've identified, and the going through the steps to work out what control measures you're putting in place and monitoring them over time. So stay safe, everyone, and contact us at HR Tactics for any assistance you might need, any answers you might need in the area of safety. We're here to help.